What can you see in 3 hours in Trondheim? Join me for a walk around the Norwegian city and pause to take in the wonder of its cathedral. But will I get back in time to my cruise ship, or will it leave me behind? Just 3 hours to run Trondheim? Let's give it a go. This is the first part of the route we're taking today, from the ship all the way to the cathedral. Remember, we'll need to get back by 12:45, otherwise I might get to spend more time in Trondheim.
You will fail.
This is Rockheim, Norway's National Museum of Popular Music. Maybe in the future I'll get to have a look around, but not today. We're on a mission. Well, that is us on Apple Street View at some stage in the future. My quiz question for this video: what percentage of Trondheim's population are students? The answer later in the video. As we near the centre of Trondheim, a reminder of why I have just 3 hours in this city. I'm on a Hortin cruise, of which this is part of day 3. The cruise today started earlier in Kristiansund. We're now in Trondheim, and later in the day we'll be in Rorvik. If you don't want to miss out on any of my videos for the rest of the cruise and the following road trip in Norway, hit subscribe to the channel now. So it's about a 15-minute walk to here. It's not the old bridge, we're going to go down in that direction in a second, but it gives you a view of one of the famous parts of Trondheim. And that over there is the cathedral, where we'll be heading in a second on this video. But first to the eastern side of the river and the picture-perfect part of Trondheim known as Backlandet, famous for its colourful wooden buildings. These old houses are on the opposite side of the river from the cathedral, the square and the palace, which we're going to be visiting in just a second. One thing I love about cathedrals, wherever you are in a city, you can normally see the top of them, the spire of them, and the same is true here in Trondheim. At the end of this video, I'll take you to one of Norway's more well-known landmarks aboard the Hortin as we head north away from Trondheim towards the Arctic Circle. The bridge was built between 1681 and 1685 after a large fire in the city. The famous Instagrammable view from the north of the bridge. And in the opposite direction, the less well-photoed view south. Hat very firmly on now with the sun out here on a glorious sunny July day. Now I had thought of going up to the castle, but I thought all I'd be doing is walking for 3 hours, whereas I really want to enjoy having a look around this cathedral. There it is, the main goal of my time here in Trondheim, the cathedral. So far I haven't actually looked at the front of the cathedral. I thought I'd do it with you at the same time. The detail on the east front of the cathedral is quite incredible. That's the outside. Let's have a look on the inside. And what a sight awaits us inside the building. Much of the cathedral was built between 1070 and 1300. It's built over the burial site of King Olav II. In 1152, it was designated as a cathedral. Since the Reformation, it's been the cathedral of the Lutheran bishops of Trondheim. As with all of my trips going forward, I will try and update you on exactly how much everything is costing me. Pillars similar to these unusual ones can also be found in one other cathedral, Lincoln Cathedral in England. I hope the cathedral came across as beautiful as it is. It was well lit and beautifully maintained. Anyway, it sort of vindicated my decision not to go all the way up to the castle and spend a bit more time behind me in that building. Here's the second part of my walk from the cathedral all the way back to the MS Norcap. Remember, I need to get back by 12:45. I'd love to have lingered here a lot longer, but that clock was ticking. Couple more places to take in before we get back, hopefully in time, to the Hortin. But first of all, it's the main square in the middle of Trondheim. All the food may be included on the boat, but some things you need to get when you're ashore. And what do I want? Well, caffeine, of course. Can you guess what this is right in front of me? Have a go. You guessed? It's a royal palace. A bit different to Buckingham Palace.
I don't believe you.
If you have time, you can have a little look around inside the palace. However, you can also marvel, if you don't have time, at the neighbours to the palace. You wouldn't get this in other countries, I don't think. Directly opposite you have Burger King, and then across there, McDonald's. An hour to go. It's about time to head back. I know these umbrella streets are quite common these days, but they're still great to have a little wander down. As I walk back to the ship, it's worth pointing out there are lots of other ways to get around Trondheim in such a short period of time, including hiring bikes and e-bikes or taking one of the excursions from the ship. But I enjoyed being left to my own devices and having a wander.
Interestingly, my map app tried to send me in the wrong direction, or certainly from what I could see was the wrong direction. So I've taken a slight detour on the route I recognise, but we should still have plenty of time.
Oh, and the answer to the quiz question: 1 in 5 or 20% of Trondheim's population are students. Oh, and stand by. In a minute, from the MS Nordkapp, that famous Norwegian landmark.
So can you do Trondheim in 3 hours or less? Well, yes, I just have. Do you see everything? No. But you get a little flavour of it. And who knows, maybe on this channel we'll be back here again.
People lived in this lighthouse until 1987 when it was automated. It's still a working lighthouse to this day.